tres, cuatro.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 1 of Divination Night. I am your hostess, Lady Gwendolyn, and I am joined tonight by some of my best friends, West Virginia Psychics. We are all on a path together to create something special in West Virginia, and we're going to talk about how things have changed since they were on the show for season 1, each on their own episode. So I'm going to call them out tonight, whether they knew it or not. But just kind of an update to see how everybody's doing. First tonight is Aeson Knight. So he'll be joining me. Hello.
Hey, princess, what you doing?
I am so excited for season 2. We've got some great readers going to be on here this season, just like last season. I've got cold chills already.
Oh, yeah, you've got a lot of good ones coming on. I'm really, really happy with them. I'm also really happy with some of the things you've been doing. You know, I'm always busy as it is. So I'm glad to see these young ones come on up. Like, step on up to the stage. Let's rock it.
That's right. And they're not just from West Virginia. We are branching out to other parts. I've got some come from Kentucky, Ohio. So kind of spreading our wings out of West Virginia for season 2.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about, so you were on season 1 a lot.
I was, because I'm the mouth. Like, I'm sorry, I am the mouth. You know, I've been podcasting for almost now 13 years. We figured it out. So I'm in, out, up, and around. I've got shows running routinely. I help now produce a lot of podcasts. I'm loving that role of being able to switch back into producer mode and going, okay, this is where your show is. This is the format. Let's go.
Yeah.
And I'm doing a lot of other things. You know, we launched, I don't think we have West Virginia Psychics then?
No, it was, I think West Virginia Psychic started at the end of Divination Night.
It did.
Because it just, we all decided, hey, we're here, we're close, we're good, let's do this.
Right. So I've launched West Virginia Psychics, which is a psychic network independently of independent psychics working together. Let's see, what else have I launched? I've launched the Mountaineer Pagan Network, which you don't have to be in West Virginia to be a part of. For those that don't know, we're having major social media issues. Actually, you know, we hear a lot about conservatives having their message suppressed. Not really. We see it all the time. It's the pagans that get their messages suppressed and pushed down, and events pushed down. And we lost our central hub in 2019, which was Witchbox. So we started the Mountaineer Pagan Nexus last year. It's free to join. Anyone can join it. You can run your own little groups. It's a copy. I will say this, we copied a lot of things from Witchbox. We brought in a little modernization. You can chat and post pictures, and you have a profile, and it's all free. You can also connect with other pagans and events, because who knows, it's always hard to get connected with them. And then, you know, I don't know. Let's see, what else have I done? I've launched Coffee and Tea. That's a new podcast with, of course, Dottie the Psychic. That'll be on tomorrow night. And, you know, I'm teaching classes. I'm having fun doing that. I've ran 2 consecutive years of a year and a day. I'm this year launching The Collective, which is basically a program where I'm going to take a subject each month and teach a class. And if you're part of The Collective, you can come join the class or get the replay or whatever. Of course, I'm teaching Tarot 101, Tarot 102, Journey of the Fool, and maintaining that system. And of course, I have private appointments, and I have business coaching clients, and I have psychic coaching clients. So all of that's getting launched and pushed out there, and, you know, getting to sit back and watch like you and Dottie and the Melissa take off and bloom and pull itself together and be amazing.
You have definitely been a blessing throughout this whole entire process. Divination Night definitely would not be what it has become had not be for you and our favorite behind the scenes man, Techie Joe.
Yes, or Mystic PCs WV. We are a Pagan owned, GPLT friendly, highly accepted website services and small business services, but we also do provide local computer repair for the Southern West Virginia area. And when you become our client, you become part of the household and part of the family, and we want to see you grow. And the best way for us to do that is to bridge, and we take over the technical crap, the stuff you don't want to do, like adding descriptions to YouTube videos or building backgrounds. But then you also, for the first year or two, get my coaching services where I, send you a message going, what the hell are you doing with your business today? You haven't posted anything in 2 days. Do I need to come in there and post, your product?
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. Or, one of my clients, and I love her to death, she's amazing, but she is terrible about PRing her schedule. So I told her, I said, fine, I want your schedule on Sundays. If I don't get your schedule on Sundays, I'm charging you $5 a day.
Oh no. All right. Well, for those joining us, kind of want you to help me explain Divination Night a little bit. So the idea came on my own little push for learning tarot last year, because before that I was always oracle or other things, but last year everything just exploded in me. Is like, you are going to learn all of this. But divination came about that I was learning from the guests just as much as they were learning and practicing doing readings. And every reading is free because we are promoting the reader.
Yeah.
the reader, the psychic, the most important reason that we're all here.
Right. Well, and here's the thing with that. This is how it works. Psychics have a bag of tricks. We may not all use our tricks all the time. I.e., I don't do crystal ball readings on a daily basis, but I get to have fun with it over here at Divination Night. Some people may do tea leaf readings. Someone may be in the mood to read a candle flame, tarot cards, oracle cards, smoke. And then you have channeling and clairvoyancy. I mean, there is a lot of bags of tricks to tapping into the ether. So Divination Night's where you guys get to see us do some of them. Maybe stretch a few muscles that we don't use all the time. Maybe pop them in and pop them around and do this or do that maybe we don't get to do. So we get to have a little bit of fun as the reader. We get to have a little bit of chaos as the client, because you don't know what you're getting. We take and we pull it out of your hat. Or are we up to a cauldron or a fishbowl? What are we doing? What are we using?
Okay, so it started out as a fishbowl, but I thought that the cauldron was a little bit more appropriate. So wait a minute here.
Oh, we got to get you some dry ice to throw in there.
It says witch's brew, but what's in here is the different types of divination that I have, and this was really what birthed the format for Divination Night.
Right.
Because as the person comes on, I drop their preferred methods in here along with a few of mine. That way, it's kind of back and forth. But yeah, these are all mine. There is probably about 25 in here now that are pieces of paper that have different types of cards, pendulum, runes. I'm looking right now, Dragon Oracle and deck. So
cool. So do you have like smoke reading, bone reading, horseshoe read,
I haven't
readings?
I do not have any of those. I I just created my own ostomancy set, which if you're not familiar, what I have in my set is bones, a key, dice, gemstones, things like that to me. Yeah, a little rabbit. Those are things that mean something to me.
No, this is one of those times when you kind of go over the top. Because a traditional ostomancy set just has the rabbit's foot. No. She has to go get the whole damn rabbit.
Well, I am very symbolic, so things mean, a lot to me, but it's the littlest things, and that's the way I am in my daily life. It's the smallest things that matter.
We're going to get you comfortable with those financial readings. I'm going to throw some coins in that bag.
The Futhark runes are what I'm focusing on learning this year, so I'm really excited about that one.
Yeah, let's see. What am I focusing on reading this year? Well, I've been working on channeled mediumship. I can't do my next goal, which is podium mediumship, until I don't know, the panini that we're in gets out of here, because I'm tired of paninis.
Okay.
But, the rest of it's all fun and games, and, we play along and, have fun. Now, you do have some restrictions. We are in West Virginia. West Virginia is known as a restrictive psychic state. For those that do not know, there are even some towns in West Virginia we can't live in. Thank you, old laws. So you have to be over the age of 18. That is FCC guidelines. We're going to keep the lawyers happy on this show. So we get your birth date. We don't need to see your photo ID. We're not going to card you. We got to get your birth date though.
Yes.
Then we get your specific question, because no reader is going to be doing general readings here, because my general readings are an hour and a half. You can go book those at aesonknight.com. That's AESONKNIGHT.com.
There you go. Or also at westvirginiapsychics.com. WVPSYCHICS.com.
Yes. Yep. There you go. And for those wondering why we're spelling things out, Divination Night has international listeners. That means that it also goes to podcast. It goes to podcast form, so people don't see things. So I'm gonna remind the readers that if you're reading a card, to actually tell about it. What the card is, name the card, talk about the imagery if it's important to the meaning, so that your listeners that may be visually impaired or may be listening on loud audios can enjoy the show with us.
Absolutely. And this is something new for this season, because we've come a long way. A lot of growth had changed in the 1 year. From episode 1 to the season finale, it was a completely different show. And every time I talk about it, I get super excited. I just can't believe that it happened.
We kick ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty soon you're going to become the Oprah Winfrey of psychics.
Oh, well, as long as I'm not a late night talk show psychic, then I'm good.
Stay out of my lane. You stay on your 4:30 in the morning shift. Stay out of my range. That is my area of expertise. I get to enjoy the midnight hours. I'll be the Jay Leno.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so are we ready to bring on the next person before you duck out?
Yes, we are. We're going to bring on the Melissa Alford, and I hope you guys have a wonderful show. Bye, guys. Go check me out at aesonknight.com.
Thank you, Aeson. Hello, darling. Hello. Oh, we must be having some technical difficulties. We knew it was going to be hello. Yes, we have entered Mercury retrograde, and why I decided that we were going to start this in the middle of Mercury retrograde, I'll never know. But you know what? I like to fly by the seat of my pants. So here we go. But really excited for this season. I've got a special show for you on. So I am a pagan high priestess. Let me just tell you a little bit of background. And oh, hi Melissa, are you back, darling?
I'm trying. Now remember, we've had nothing but snowstorms here, and I live on top of a mountain.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. How are you doing? You were actually on season 1, episode 4. So how has things changed for you since then? Tell me all about
it. Okay, so we have had an absolutely crazy year. Everything has went phenomenally well. I feel that I've gotten a lot better with the runes. I'm still not 100% comfortable with them. I have taken a page from your book, though, and I'm starting to work on my own bone divination set.
Oh, wonderful. Yay.
Yeah. So that's exciting, and like it's just the coolest thing. And I have some pig bones, and I have some feathers, and okay, I'm very much a Gen X kid, and the movie Willow. So there's a scene in the beginning of the movie where he like consults the bones, and it's such a cute scene, and I've always loved it. And I'm like, the bones tell me nothing, and I so want to do that. And I know it's crazy, but it has been so great. If we lose signal, because I am on top of the mountain and I couldn't get down to get anywhere where there's better signal, it's not because I don't love you guys. It's not because I don't want to be here.
Oh,
it's just
we know, we understand. If this was, but for the reason being, this show is in the winter time. It's to give us something to do while we're cooped up in the house. So we totally understand.
We're doubly cooped up right now because we are getting through a breakthrough case of COVID even after having our shots and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm on the back end of that myself too. You know, you still have those after effects a little bit for a while.
Shh, don't say that. I don't want to hear that.
But yeah, everybody, since we're on that subject, please be safe, wash your hands, and mask up.
Wash your hands, wear your mask like it's more important to you than your shoes.
Yes.
Like, absolutely. Seriously.
Get enough of them to where you can match them up with every outfit.
Oh, there's so many, like, even with the triple layer masks now, there are so many cute ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't have to have like just black or just blue or just white, and you can wear that over your N95 face shield.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So, but you got to order them online because that's really the only place you can.
Yeah. Okay, so tell us about you. What have you done with your readings? Where can we find you at now?
Oh, I'm available on Keen. I'm a Keen psychic. You also can find me on themelissaalfred.com. I am working more on my TikTok content this year, so you'll be able to find me more on TikTok. Hopefully we'll get enough followers so we can go live there. I really do love watching you when you go live, Lady Gwendolyn. It is so much fun. And you've been able to help so many people, and I want to be able to help people like that too. So that's one of my goals for this year. And let me think. Oh goodness, I know we're in Mercury retrograde. I know Uranus just went direct. I am such a planner though that like I'm already thinking of May and June and July. I'm like 3 months ahead of my schedule on everything. And that's what's going on with me.
Good. Well, actually, I don't know if you remember or not, but you were on, your episode was during Mercury retrograde on season 1.
Yep.
And you offered
And
some
here we
amazing
are again,
advice.
back on Mercury retrograde again.
That's right. But you offered some amazing advice. So what do you got for everybody now?
Okay, so this retrograde is one of those lovers retrogrades because we're at the tail end of Venus retrograde. Venus retrograde ends on the 28th of January. So all these feelings that you're having that normally come around with Mercury retrograde, where you're thinking of exes and exes are coming back into your life, it's even happening more. And because with Venus and Mercury retrograde, and then of course Mercury retrograde is going to continue through Valentine's Day. So it's one of those things we want to remember, that no relationship changes. Try to stay the course. If you're in a good relationship, try not to rock the boat. If you're not in a relationship, don't look for one right now. Wait. Honestly, I'm telling everybody the same thing. We're going to get out of the shadow of retrograde around March 1st. This St. Patrick's Day is going to be the bomb. So look for St. Patrick's Day as far as all of the stuff for romance and love for this year. Kind of look at March 1st as really our first good days for this year.
Okay. Wow. That long, huh? Well, we knew.
I know. But listen, we're halfway through it. We're halfway through January. We're almost, 2/3 of the way through January. We're almost there. We're good. We're good.
But we have 4 Mercury retrogrades this year.
Yes, we do. We got an extra one this year, and we have extra eclipses too.
Awesome. So
our first eclipse for this year is April 30th is solar eclipse, and then lunar is like May 28th. Now I could be wrong on those dates because I'm not like checking on my Afirmus, but yeah, so we have that as well as our annual eclipse in October, at the end of October. But there's a lot of different things going on, so be happy to talk with anybody about that.
That's right. And I love talking with you about that. So your website, what all do you offer on your website?
I have monthly packages on there. I have individual appointment times available, and we are going to be doing some other things on there, and I'm not quite sure how far we're gonna go in depth on the website. I'm gonna really try to focus more on getting my blogs up, because I'm not good at publishing regularly. I get distracted.
I hear you, darling.
See, too many dreams and visions.
Oh.
Too many things going on in my head, and I have a hard time focusing.
Yeah.
And that's what we're looking at. I'm trying to make sure that I maintain focus and keep all the juggling balls in the air. So I'm going to be working on more content.
Was that a 4 of Cups?
That was 5 of Cups.
Oh, okay.
Or no, 4 of Cups. Yes. Bleh.
Okay.
Wow. I really do have a brain fog right now, and I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's totally okay. Like I said, being on the backside of things are going to be.
Oh yeah, and we also had some beautiful snowstorms lately. Oh goodness. And snowstorms mess my energy up really bad, and I don't know why. I really don't. I mean, I grew up in Wisconsin. You would think I wouldn't have as many problems with it, energetically wise and focusing wise, but I think part of it is, I think it's tied back into seasonal affective disorder, which I used to be diagnosed with when I lived up there. And I think that, like, I get almost panicky, like the snow's never going to go away, it's going to be horrible. That kind of thing happens to me, and my brain just focuses and scatters.
Okay, so I see a difference between the rain and the snow. The rain is okay, like a shower. It just washes everything away. But the snow sits there, so it's just weighing on you. So it's just adding that weight onto your shoulders and you feel bogged down. That's me.
That's not a bad way of thinking about it, too. I think that happens a lot with people. Yeah, it kind of freezes, it freezes everything in place.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, with some
But
major
yeah,
ice right now, and I think that's what's fixing to be coming through.
tonight is supposed to rain, and then it's supposed to turn to ice. And of course, because we're on top of the mountain, that whole higher accumulations in upper elevation, that's me.
Oh gosh. Goodness, darling.
I know. So, but no, I look forward to coming on hopefully later on in the season and doing a good solid show from somewhere that's not the star.
Oh, okay.
That's not here where I have such terrible signal. So I would love to do another Divination Night.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a few that want to come back from season 1, so we may have to, of course, we always have a season finale.
If we can work it out, that would be great. If we can't, I totally understand because I know you've got people booked out.
And I'm excited. I can't. I know I keep saying it, but I'm excited.
It's gonna be a great year. This is a great year. Last year was a pause button kind of year, and this year is gonna be time to get those wheels rolling again.
Yeah. Okay, so I am very grateful for you taking the time out and weathering the storm and Mercury retrograde to fight through to be here. So thank you very much. And
thank you.
Love you, darling.
Love you. Much love.
All right. So up next we have the Dottie the Psychic. Hello.
Did we have a request for a reading? We need your name and your date of birth.
Are you seeing that? Because I have not seen any comments whatsoever.
Doris Coleman, yeah.
Oh, yes, we are doing readings tonight. So yes, birth date and I guess me and Dottie will go for it. Because I didn't see any of these, so kind of missed out.
Doris Coleman, November 15th, 1979.
All right. You want to jump right in on that?
All right.
Let's
I'll
go for
break out my crystal ball.
Awesome. I love how everybody does something different, and you have a plethora of types of divination as well, so you can just pull out anything.
Well, I love to be able to pull out different things and do different things. Like that's what I love about divination is like the art of divining is vast. There's no one way to do it. There are as many ways to read as there are readers out there. A lot of people get like you've heard the people who get the downloads. I'm not sure about the terminology, but the downloads where they just feel like they're getting psychically attuned and just picking up on a message.
I get like that, and that download is how I came up with the osteomancy set.
Okay, so Miss Doris, I see that number one, we have a serious guarding issue. I feel like not only are you so shielded that you're not letting good people in, but that shield is really cracking and you're holding on to the raft for dear life when you need to let go. It is time to let the old hurt go because right now it's doing nothing but blocking your vision and it is skewing your reality. And I won't say a dangerous path, but not exactly a healthy one either. I think that fear has led you to do some things that it's caused you to miss out. I am seeing the peacock feather, which makes me think that it is time to get out and show off again. It's time to get reconnected with your core. and let it shine, baby. Let it shine. So that we also got Colin.
Yeah.
Oh, girl, if you only know baby, honey, that's my job.
I want to take a moment because you brought up a peacock feather, and I am going to take this moment to promote something else that I do. I'm the hostess of Central West Virginia Pagan Pride, and this year the theme is the Peacock of Culture, which is celebrating the diversity that is our paganism. So people from all types are welcome to come and join together and talk about your background and share stories. So we do have a wonderful author, Amy Blackthorne. She is going to be there. We are going to have musical entertainment by Tuba D, and he is out of Kentucky. And Aeson is actually in charge of Pagan Panel this year. So that's going to be great. We're going to have a lot of fun. That is September 10th at Holly Gray Park in Braxton County, West Virginia. So if you're out and about and available, come join us. We will have a great time. So
it's on my schedule. I'll be there.
Yes. Yeah, because, we need psychics. So
yeah, it's on my schedule. It's on my schedule. If you want me to be a videographer, because, over on Dottie the Psychic's YouTube channel, which is my baby. That's my baby. Yes. I have got a lot of vlogs, and one of them is actually from a Pagan Pride a few years ago now. But if you wanted to see that, you can check that out on my channel. You can also find out everything I'm doing at DottieThePsychic.com.
Now that's DOTTIE. Okay.
Yes. DOTTIE the Psychic.
Good. Wonderful. Okay, so let's get to Colin. Do you want to take him, or do you want me to?
Your turn.
Is January 5th. Okay.
Happy birthday. Late, but happy birthday.
Yes. I'm sorry we missed it. So I am actually, since I've been talking about it, I'm actually going to pull out the Osmomancy set, which I did the other night on your show.
Yes, you did. And I've got to get that uploaded to my podcast. It will be on my podcast.
Okay. It was a great chat. I mean, I really enjoyed myself. Anytime we get together, I feel like we have a good time.
That's my brand.
Okay, no. Just no. I'm not.
The bones didn't say anything. Sorry, Colin. Looks like you're screwed.
No, we don't want to do that to him, because last season he was getting he only got like one good reading out of the whole season. So I'm not going to do that to him. So, all right. Like, I remember. Okay, so having a little bit of a rough spell, I see. Number one thing I noticed is none of the bones are touching, which means that is a definitive no. The dice is on the 1, so that represents a new beginning. And I feel like I've been talking about this with you, or that you're wanting to start something new. It's going to be financially successful for you, or the community, and it's going to become something that is, more regular. The vertebrae that I have is with the rabbit and the citrine and the harvest. So I'm going to point to your Pagan Pride event for this one, because I have great feelings about it. The key is there with it as well. So definitely a new beginning. So maybe you're going to find a home for it. If it's either your home and you're going to have it at your home, or you're going to find your own special place. So that's mine. So anybody that is watching and able to see this, if you look in the comments, you will see our websites listed.
Yes.
All right.
So yeah, I actually, it's funny because we're talking about vlogs a minute ago, but I am actually getting ready to do a vlog in New York. I'm hoping, cross your fingers for me, we have gotten tickets to go see the Statue of Liberty, my sister and I, and we're hoping to go from there to Greenwich Village. Like I want to go
Oh, wow.
see, yeah. Like there's no like, if I had more time, I would plan more, but like that's the battle plan. Like we're gonna go see my billboard because I am also on a nationally syndicated podcast right now with Casey Armstrong from the Howard Stern Show, and that is going to be live tomorrow at 2 p.m. on the pbnpodcast.com Studio 4, and I have all my previous episodes from that on my Patreon.
So how does one join your Patreon, and how are they going to, how is anybody going to listen to you?
You can
'Cause
find
this
my
is great news. I'm excited for you.
Wait, I'm excited for me too. Like I've been working on this. Now I've got an echo. Okay. So my Patreon, you can find me Dottie the Psychic. You can Google me. You can find me all over the place. But if you go to Patreon and you look me up, you can join for $1 a month to get all the extra content, or you can join for $5 a month to get your name on my work. And if I have like a character role or anything where I would be selecting somebody randomly from, it would be from that pool. As for my podcast, I'm going through Anchor, so I'm all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the YouTube, Facebook, Patreon.
I am so excited. So
Thank you guys. I'm really proud.
Yes. Everybody's congratulating you. I mean, it's an awesome honor. Like I'm super excited for you.
I tell you what, it is definitely one of those like I even when I was doing it, even though I was putting the money in and I was looking at this, I'm like, I am going at this like a just headlong. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take this opportunity. I'm like, I was terrified, honestly. I'm like, I spent a lot of money to do the nationally syndicated podcast. I'm like, that was terrifying. To put down that money was terrifying. So I'm really hoping that it works out to help me get more private clients through DottieThePsychic.com.
That's exciting. And you are also on Keen. Everybody on this show tonight, we are all Keen psychics.
Thank
So
you, Valerie.
you can find us all on demand there. Yes, we are all on TikTok as well. I
always forget about TikTok.
What?
I always forget about TikTok. If you want to see random Dottie the Psychic, like that Dottie the Psychic on TikTok is me at my most random. Like I may shoot that before I get out of bed. I may shoot that in full makeup. It's a crapshoot every time.
It's full behind the scenes, and it's great to see, that we're not just our professional selves. We are just like everybody else. But I have been enjoying your card of the day. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. Okay, so the bar deck, as I calls it.
Yes.
Because I drew it long back in my back when I was reading cards in a Jackson County bar. I didn't want to drag my good tarot cards out for these drunks to spill beer all over, so I started drawing my own deck, which is basically a pack of index cards, a box of crowns, and pins. And you can tell that I wasn't penciling things in as I went. I was just kind of rolling with it. So now I am taking inspiration from that deck I've already created and redoing it to publish. Hopefully, I have fallen behind on that project. I got a whole suit done, and then I was like, I set it down. I don't know what happened, but I set it down, but I am picking it back up. Like, the ultimate plan is to have that out in a relatively sane amount of time. Like the whole project was probably going to take me all of 2022 to get like done because right now I am just drawing everything out, and I'm going to probably load it up and fix it up and clean it up and make it look nice.
Yeah.
Before I publish.
Well, if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna go all out and do it, you might as well put in the hard work and do it right,
Yeah.
and how you want it and how it makes you happy.
No, yeah. Once this crazy train has left the station, we are making it to our destination.
Oh,
maybe
that
in
is
pieces.
wonderful.
It's never quite right, but do we have anybody else who would be interested in a reading? I will totally break out the bar deck.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I love the bar. You know, I will sit here and I will talk all day about this bar deck because I have gotten like this card right here. If you're watching, you can see it. If not, then I'll tell you about it. It is the Butterfly of Scythe, and it is the last card of every suit. In the original bar deck was a butterfly, and I'm thinking about doing butterflies and dragonflies because my mom was really into dragonflies. And if you know, if you've been watching my stuff, then you know that I lost my mom back in August, and I kind of wanted to add that to honor her. There's 2023 to go. Going to go. I don't know. To hell, probably. You don't want to get my prediction that far out. Anyway, so when I see the butterfly of vision, if you look at it, you can see that it's made of eyeballs, many eyeballs. I love to draw eyes. It is very much about taking that divine look at things, that stepping out of your own reality and taking that 1,000-mile look at something, that compassionate view. So that's a good one. So Aeson wants a reading. You want 2023 reading? Okay, I think Aeson wants a reading. Is that what we're getting at?
Yeah, I think he might have meant 2022. I know it says 2023, but he might have meant 2022.
Yeah, he's in private chat. He's in private chat.
Yeah.
Okay, Aeson, bar deck. I'll do you a 3-card pull for 2022 or 2023. I'm gonna guess 2022 because I can't see 2023 yet. Okay, I'll be perfectly honest. There's a certain point where free will takes over. I can only, unless it's something like really big, I don't even know if I could pick up on it because I do like finer life adjustments when I do a reading for people. Like the idea behind my readings is to help people make their next move. So after a certain point, there's like a fog. Yeah. So I'll pull 3 for. Ooh, interesting. That's always what you want to hear out of your psychic. That is always what you want to hear. That and, well, sorry. Those are 2 things you never really want to hear from your psychic.
And now, Tina, we need your date of birth, please, darling.
Yeah. Okay, so Aeson, 2022 is going to be a lot of chaos. So if you all are listening and not watching, this is like literally a bag of chaos. I took for the last suit of this deck, I try to incorporate as much of the other symbols as possible because it's the Omega suit, which is like the beginnings and endings thing. So I kind of got sick of it. I got fed up and I shoved them all into the Omega sign, and I realized it looks like the bag of holding from a bad D&D game. But this is actually a great thing because it means that you're going to have just the right amount of chaos to get what you need. Like, this is when things line up randomly, or you just manage to have that one thing to do what you need to. It's like ad-libs. Your life is going to be like ad-libs, but in a good way. This card is I call it the Dirty Window. It is a balance card. It is in the Yin Yang suit. And the way that it is pointed, the frame itself is darker than the picture outside. So we have to be careful not to get too caught up in the cosmetic things, shall we say. The frame is not nearly as important as what's going on outside. It also has a tendency to warn of being pessimistic or being overly agitated, I guess is a good word to put it. And then the third card is the Five of Eyes. So it looks like a wink to me. When I see this card, I think of a deeper secret that maybe you're not letting everybody know, or it's one of those things that's blatantly obvious that you've picked up on that the rest of the room may not have yet. So that's your 2022. I'm kind of interested in how that's going to handle. Definitely let me know in about 3 months, because I think that's about as far as I can see to March.
Yeah.
That should carry you through the spring.
Okay. Well, good thing he's got his year planned out already. So
that would be the bag of chaos. His calendar is his bag of chaos. Like,
yes. So Sherry, yes, we are doing readings. So leave your birth date. And Jamie, hello, and thank you for joining us from Fargo, North Dakota.
Okay, Tina.
Tina.
This is why I have other people introduce themselves on my channel, because I cannot read names. Like, it's like, let's not do this to anybody. She did put her birth date out, so.
Yes, so Tina is up next.
Sorry, for those of you who are listening to this, Aeson just replied, I always keep the police in the back. Good to know.
Okay, so you want to do Tina, or you want me to do Tina? So let me tell you how Divination Night normally goes. We normally have, like I said, pull from the cauldron. Now I can do that since I'm doing the reading, but I only pulled out 3 to actually do this time. I still have to go through the cauldron and pull out
one. Pick one. I dare you. Look, if you can't do it, I can do it. We'll figure it out. If you pull one that is completely random, I got my candle, I got my pendulum, I got my crystal ball. Let's do this.
Okay, so the first one that I pulled out is the Energy Oracle cards. So for those of you watching, you get a sneak peek at my divination shelf. Can you see? This is all divination stuff.
That's actually really cool. Mine's all laid out on my sewing board back here. I need to clean.
Well, below it is on the bottom shelf is a bunch of books and crystals, because I have working crystals and then I have collection crystals. So if it is in the collection box, it does not get used. It is just merely there to be like, I have this in case of an emergency. This is it. Okay. So this is for Tina. All right, Sherry.
Thank you, Jamie. You two are a free, happy, true spirit. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, darling. Okay.
And then he's next. I'll take him after Tina.
Okay.
Yeah, we got him in the.
How are you going to choose your deck?
Huh?
How are you going to choose your deck?
Why don't you? Well, I'd say pull from your cauldron, but
my cauldron doesn't have any of your stuff in it.
That's true. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I got my crystal ball, I got my pendulum, I got my candles, I got my deck, I got a tarot deck. That's right here.
Actually, I really liked your crystal ball reading, though. Just saying. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So Tina, the first card I've got has a warrior on it, and it is hostilities. So what this tells me is that you've got some discord going on, and you may need to prepare yourself, because just be in protective mode. The second card is attachment, and on the card you can see a woman in a pale white dress. So it looks like she's not not truly invested. So somebody that is not truly invested in you, but is kind of floating around, you're going to have to kind of be careful and watch out for them, because they do not have your best interest at heart. And the last card is the Angel of Love. She is a beautiful red-haired with winged lady. And I feel with her that this is somebody that is telling you that they love you and they're doing everything for you, but they really do not have your best interest at heart. So you're going to have to stand up for yourself and give yourself that extra love and care, especially in the next coming weeks. So that's my reading for Tina.
Okay. So that was the reading for Tina, and I will take one for Jamie.
We got Jamie, and then Sherry's up next.
Right, and you can get Sherry.
Okay.
We'll just bounce back and forth as they come in, because I can do this all night.
All right.
This is my profession now. I do this. This is what I do.
We
So
both do.
I'm going to read Smoke for you because I have a bad habit.
I love it. Doing new things. That's what Divination Night is about exploring and showing different types.
Okay, so I don't know if you all saw that because it goes off screen. I'm trying to put this where you can see it, but I blew a perfect circle.
Yes.
So I think that things are down right now, but this is exactly what you're asking for. This is one of those things where you keep asking God for patience and he keeps giving you places to use it, because now is the time to take a break. I was reading through your comments how you said that it's very cold out there right now and you need to get back to yourself. So I think that this is the low part of the circle. This is like the bottom of the Wheel of Fortune, you know. It will swing up, but right now it's time to take some quiet contemplation. It also kind of morphed, well, I didn't, but the original Smoke Puff actually also kind of morphed into an ear. So I think that this is a time where you have a lot of loved ones that are trying to give you way too much advice. And it's all good advice, but they're throwing it at you in all the wrong way. So it's not hitting your ear correctly. And I think you need to probably sit down and process it and see what you can take the most value from it. And forget that it was also a snide comment and you probably should have slapped him. That's beside the point.
Yeah.
I also see a glass slipper, so you may be in for a interesting transformation. And it's almost like somebody is going to sort of uplift you, because it also turned into a dragon. When I see a dragon, I think of a powerful friend. So with the glass slipper turning into a dragon, I would actually look to, it might be a time for you to kind of be your own Prince Charming, as it were. It could also be a time to start looking for a new love. Somebody who can match you. I didn't get anything on that one.
Star need date of birth, darling.
I do think that things are, the way the smoke is traveling, it's nearly going straight up. Ooh, there's another perfect circle. So circles are very important. This is a time to loop around. This may also be, if I'm seeing circles, it might be also that you're spinning in circles, and it's time to go back to the beginning of that cycle and examine what is starting this cycle over and over again. Because it's only by examining how the cycle gets started that you can actually break it. I think that's what I got for you.
Okay.
So it's pretty good.
That's awesome.
So, okay, so who was next?
Okay, I got Sherry, and then you will have Star.
Okay.
331. And for those of you that are joining us live, I appreciate you putting your year in there, but I will not say it on the air. Just because putting a name and a birth date together, we see it because we need to see it, but I will not say it on the air. Just saying.
Yeah, we just need to verify that you're over 18.
Yes. Yeah. All right. So this is for Miss Sherry.
Thank you, Emily. She says we're both looking great.
Awesome.
I love your face, Emily. We should see it more often. And your work.
Yes. Energy Oracle again. Well, these cards wanted to be known today.
Is that your new deck?
No.
Break out the new deck. Break out the new deck. I know what the ball said. I know what the cauldron said, but break out your new deck. Let's see it.
Okay.
I knew it was your pride there. You were doing you did a whole intro, didn't you? Or a whole video on it.
I did an unboxing video yesterday on my YouTube. It is uploaded there now. You can find it. My YouTube is Lady Gwendolyn. That's it. LadyGwendolyn. That is who I am. And you can, that's
we
where
follow
you
his philosophy when it comes to naming our sites.
Okay, but this is the Wild Goddess Oracle. Lay that down there. And these cards are absolutely amazing. So I think these will be good for you. They have the new card smell. I only had them out because I did the unboxing, went through all the cards, and then did a little reading with it. So they've already been used. I think it was a good video. But that's over there along with some shorts. Things that I do. I have my own hashtag. It's hashtag Trauma and Tarot. TRAUMAANDTAROT. And if you tag that into Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, you're going to find it. You're going to find all those videos. But that's usually a Tuesday thing. All right. So, Miss Sherry, first card for you, and a couple of them flew out, so bear with me. Okay, so the first card is the Dancer. Now, like I said, these are all goddess. So she is a beautiful dancer. It looks like she's dancing on the water. And it says, you must feel free to express yourself if you want to live a truly authentic life of quality and meaning. Our soul's dance is unending. So you're not done yet. You still have a lot of energy left in you. I feel like you've had a pretty rough go of it lately, but don't fear because things aren't over yet. There's still a lot of life left in them bones. Okay, the next one is the mask. And it's kind of ironic because, we're all wearing our masks now. But neither you or anyone else involved in your situation has the clear picture of what has happened and what is happening and what will happen. So remember that you control your own destiny, and it's not over. I mean, that's what these cards keep saying. It's not over yet. The last one is the messenger. What is the messenger saying to us? She is a beautiful goddess with the wings of Hermes coming out of her head. Make sure that this is being said, that what is being said is being heard. The same words and messages can often mean different things to different people. So make sure you're getting your communication across. That's kind of ironic right now during Mercury retrograde, but you do what you got to do. Make sure you're clear and concise and you leave no room for error.
Mercury retrograde gets such a bad rap. Everybody's like duck and cover, but honestly, I love the chaos of it. Like, I really do. Like, yes, the electronics go on the fritz, but it makes for good story.
Well, the thing with me is I'm a Virgo. I am ruled by Mercury. So things starting with me. Yeah, whenever things start with me during Mercury retrograde, it's always like pulling an arrow back and then releasing it. So it get slingshotted. And that's what That's what Divination Night is going to be, is like a slingshot, like an arrow piercing through winter and spring. That's what we're doing.
Okay. All right. So.
All right. So next up is Star 331.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to use. This is the witch's rune. I love this suit. Well, not even a suit. It is actually like polymer that has been painted, and my uncle gave this to me for Christmas, so I literally have no idea who created this. It's obviously something like somebody made for a fair or something he picked up.
The 13 stones?
I don't even know how many. I have to count them. I would have to count them, and I'm not doing that on air.
Well, I have a set of witches runes.
I don't know, like, I don't know if they use the standard
symbolism.
These don't look standardized at all to me, but they're very interesting. You can see they're like they're literally polymer clay discs, and you pick out 3 or you cast them however you please, and then they come with these round cards with the different symbols on them. So it's very unique, and I wish I knew who had done them, because if they could actually like get those out there, it's so random. It's so random, and that's part of why I like it, because I am the chaos bitch. So let me take a second and actually find these. Oh, rings. There we go. There's one and a hagstone. Let's see, it's in the back of my hagstone. This is me trying to find the right cards, because these are so random I don't know what they mean. Okay, so we start off, we've got the Hagstone. So the Hagstone in this set means good luck, blessed be. You can see eternal blessings and fairies, connections to the goddess, opening your third eye, fertility, cleansing. So that's the Hagstone in this. Now, when I see, like, because it's a clay disc with a hole in it, so that is a traditional Hagstone. Like, if you go and find a seashell or something that has actually got a hole all the way through it, that is heavy protection magic. That's some old school protection magic. You know, you keep them in the room with kids and things like that. And apparently, I know if you watch Coraline, you can look through it and see the truth.
Yeah.
So that's always good to know. So that's your first one, is the Hagstone. And then I see the rings. And with this one, it says circumstances that connect people, combining different elements to create something new. So if you think about it, rings and loops, what do those mean to you? Rings and loops, this could be very much the links in a chain, or it could, I mean, you think about, people think bad things when they think of chains, but also these are the links that bind you, that hold together things tightly so that you can hold on and preserve things. So that's kind of what I'm seeing with the rings, is this linking back to your past. This thing you feel like you've been chained to unfairly may also be your boon. So then this last one is the Scythe. I drop it.
Oh my goodness.
Here's the card. Scythe. So the Scythe is a sudden changes and endings. Making final decisions, completing tasks, walking away from someone or something, danger. So that's interesting. Here's the thing about a scythe. A scythe is an old way of mowing. It's basically used to harvest. That is the purpose of a scythe. It is an old farm equipment. And so this kind of goes back to the whole sense of tradition. It also could mean danger, because the scythe blade is very sharp. And it could be as much a thing of completing tasks, bringing in the harvest. Just make sure you're not the one being harvested.
Right.
It is a cutting tool.
Absolutely.
So I hope that helped you out. She says, yes, I got a big yes. I love this. Like, it's so random. It's so random. Like, I don't know who made this. I don't know where it came from. I think there's an even number because there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Oh, okay. Well, the Hagstone was a new one to me.
Ah, okay. Well, they may have just added the Hagstone to make it 14.
Yeah. So, the Witch's Runes is actually one of my favorite sets. That's because I was never really a tarot person until this past year, and now I just, I have my favorite decks, but I've always been more of an oracle, and now I've just expanded and learning about all different types. So, and she said it was right on point with her life. So wonderful.
Yay! I'm sorry.
Well, not wonderful in a good way, but it's wonderful that it resonated. That's
I'm
what I
very glad
mean.
it resonated with you, and I hope it helped you. I hope it helped you make a life decision that is going to improve your existence.
Yeah.
That is ultimately what I'm out there to do.
Yeah.
Is so that people can learn from my screwed up life.
Well, one thing, and I'm going to touch on this, and then we can wrap it up. There is one thing that you and I both have in common with our content, and it's about mental health awareness.
Yes, mental health and magic, baby, on brand.
Yes, that's one thing that we have in common. Other than the sites that we work on, but how I'm going to ask this one question: how do you feel mental health ties in with our psychic abilities?
Honest to God, I won't say my mental health definitely affects my ability to give a reading, if nothing else than when I go into a depressive mode, you're gonna get some crap readings, and I am more likely to gloom and doom a bitch, like by far. It's funny because we were talking about how the snow was affecting Melissa earlier, and I kind of feel her on that. That is like an interesting topic because meteoric conditions can heighten or reduce your ability. You become sensitive to way more things when it comes to working. Like, because when you go to a 9 to 5, you can plow through a lot and it sucks, but you do it. But when you're a psychic and you're reaching kind of into the void and you get static, you're like, well, what the hell do I do now? And you almost have to revert to like the Sherlock Holmes style reading or like, use cold reading techniques to try and cover up the fact that you're just like completely spaced, and it can burn you out really, really fast.
Yeah.
So I've definitely, a lot of the things I've learned that have helped me be a psychic have been learned through the process of working on my own mental health.
Absolutely. Yes.
Especially grounding and things like that. It's part of why I got into the spiritual world, not just being a psychic, but also being whatever the hell it is I am.
You're Dottie the Psychic. That's what
Dottie
you
are. You know what? That label works as well as any of them, I guess.
Yeah.
It's the one you can find my website with.
That's right. That is just you. The whole aesthetic, everything about you is summed up in Dottie the Psychic.
And I love it. It is better to understand than to be understood.
Yes. Okay, so let's wrap this up. So where can you be found for your reading, and what services do you have on your website?
On my website, I think I have a full crystal ball reading, which is like $75 just for the crystal ball reading. But when I break out a private crystal ball reading, I go into way more depth. And it takes longer because, there's always a part of this that where we're talking back and forth to try and figure out not just what I see, but how you can effectively implement the knowledge in your life. So it's a lot more knockoff talk therapy. I also do, I think I've got a 3-card spread. I don't remember how much that is. And like 15-minute read, 30-minute read. All of those you can find on my website, dottiethePsychic.com. That's DOTTIE thepsychic.com. I'm learning to use it like I'm gonna get people stuck in your head. You'll remember me. And of course, you can find my videos on YouTube. You can always get a hold of me for a reading through my website, through my Facebook. Hit me up on TikTok. Like, there's private messaging on there too. So, anywhere Dottie the Psychic is sold.
And the thing about having our website versus on demand, if you want an instant information from us, find us on Keen. Because we are there and available for that. And that's for quick readings. But if you want more intimate and detailed, then you're going to want to book through our website.
All right, here's the thing. Like, I will be glad to sit there. If you call me on Keen, I will talk as long as you can afford to talk.
Yeah.
I love the hotline. It's how I'm making my money now. If you've got a quick question, you only really need to 3 minutes. That's great. But if you want to do a 20-minute conversation, it is going to cost you more to call on Keen and have that conversation. And I'm still pretty much getting about the same amount of money.
Yeah.
Maybe a little less, but you're definitely paying more for a Keen reading at that length than you would to just book an appointment. Yeah. Also, if you book an appointment, then I lost my train of thought. It's gone. It's gone.
But if you book an appointment, then you have that more personal one-on-one, and we're able to get into a deeper level of understanding and be there. And sometimes we're not afraid to go over our time limit. We can be lenient a little bit.
A little bit. I mean, if you book an appointment, number one. Also, I also do dream interpretation, which is something you can't really do here in these quick reading kind of scenarios where people are just giving their name and their date of birth.
Yeah.
But if you book an appointment, then we know how much time we've got to work with. You'll have time to fully express what your dream is what's going on in your dream, to get as much detail as possible so that we can take a more thorough and personal look at it. Whereas you're probably going to get a quick read if you go to Keen, or if you do, like these.
And that is why we are in so many different locations, because we are there. And let's say this, let's make sure that we make sure this is heard. We will not private message you.
Oh my God. I did a whole video on this. I'm over it. Okay. I did a whole video on scammers. You can check it out on Dottie the Psychic's YouTube page.
Absolutely.
About scammers, because nobody's really talking about it. The only people who are talking about psychic scammers are hardcore skeptics who think we're all full of shit.
Yeah.
Or these psychics who have worked to build up their own personal brand just to have it copied and have somebody, private message them, make a mess of their name,
Yeah, absolutely. So just wanted to get that out there. You can find us at West Virginia Psychics at wvpsychics.com. And anybody that was on the show tonight, you can find us there. You can find all of us on Keen. Just look us up by our names, our screen names from tonight. And
you can Google Dottie the Psychic.
Yeah. And mine comes up if you do Lady Gwendolyn, LadyGwendolyn. If you Google that and I come up, but if you put tarot with it, it's definitely going to pull up my website, LadyGwendolynHealing.com, LadyGwendolynHealing.com.
We need to work on your SEO.
I know. I'm trying really hard.
The business side of being a psychic. That was what I was not prepared for when I became a psychic. I'm really thinking about doing. I keep working on this haunting, like what to do if your house is haunted, which is a video I desperately want to put out for like people. That's the script I've been working on that has got me like dead stopped right now. And I may just have to set it on the back burner and do a 10 things I wish I knew before I became a professional psychic, because there's a list. I got about 10 things right now. In fact, when I think I put that to you guys, we had so many things I had to break it up.
Oh no. Yes, scammers do get us worked up.
They get everybody worked up. I'm just a very loud bitch.
Yeah, we're very thankful for Dottie and her voice, and for the psychic community, because she really makes sure that things that need to be discussed are there. So make sure tomorrow night, if you are following any of us, Aeson Knight on Facebook, Dottie the Psychic on Facebook. Tomorrow night they have their coffee and tea show.
Yes, Aeson and I will be on at 8:00 on Dottie the Psychic on Aeson's on the Psychic Coffee Shop, West Virginia Psychics. I don't know where all we are going.
Definitely Dottie the Psychic's page.
Yeah, we're going international, y'all. Just look it up. Tea and coffee, Dottie the Psychic, Aeson Knight. Also, tomorrow at 2 p.m., if you get a chance to check out pbnpodcast.com Studio 4, I will be live. And you'll be able to actually call in and ask questions.
That is just super exciting. I'm so proud of you for moving on to greater things.
I tell you what, that was definitely one of those moments. Is this crazy or is this brave? It's crazy brave. Let's do it.
Okay, so I guess it's time to wrap this up. Next week, now we are booked for Divination Night. Let me look at my calendar here. All the way through March 16th as of right now. We do have a special Imbolc episode. If you are Pagan and you know what Imbolc is, it's our holiday. The special episode will be on a Friday night instead of a Wednesday night that week, and that I will have Lady Morgana of Rowan Temple of Light, one of my priestesses. So I'm really excited for her to be on here. Next week is Jonathan Thompson. He does something really cool with his tarot, and I'm not going to give any hints. You're going to have to stay tuned and watch, because everybody is worth watching. Here I go, getting cold chills again. I am so excited about this lineup this season. But we'll all come back at the end of the season for a season finale and have a big time.
Are you still looking for psychics?
Yes, I have 3 spots left to fill. If anyone is interested. Now, we are not just West Virginia. I'm taking people from anywhere that want to come be on the show. We kind of branched out. Last year it was primarily West Virginia. Now we're branching out. Divination Night is branching out on YouTube and the podcast. So anybody is welcome. The purpose of Divination Night is whether you are just starting out or you are a seasoned veteran and have been doing it for 20 plus years like Aeson has. So we are all valuable pieces of the psychic puzzle, and I want to promote you.
We need to get some approved by Lady Gwendolyn stickers for psychics. Put it on their LinkedIn accounts.
Yes.
For a LinkedIn account now.
So
Joe's in the background. He's like, oh God, please don't.
That'll give me more work. So if you are watching, above me is the link to my website, ladygwendolynhealing.com. I do in person as well as online and phone readings, but not just readings. I do access bars, power form, energy disc, and I do Reiki as well. And I do a mix, kind of a personalized session with whatever somebody needs. Hashtag Trauma and Tarot is mine, so you can look that up.
That's something we forgot to mention on when we did it last week now. God, it has been a wild week. We didn't talk about the energy bars.
Oh, no.
Gita wanted to ask a question. Honey, if you want to put your birth date in there, we can do a reading. Get one last one in there.
Okay.
Sorry, I you can tell I have my own podcast. I've got my own live stream because I boss people around. I apologize.
You are not bossing me around. I appreciate your help. So, but yeah, a great lineup for this year, and I can't wait to see how it goes. But it'll be Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., except the one special episode on February the 4th, I believe it is. And then we'll finish it up because Lady Gwendolyn has a lot going on. So as soon as Divination Night kind of finishes up or in the midst of it, we actually have West Virginia Pagan Day of Prayer. Now, this will be our 3rd year of it. It started at the beginning of the pandemic, and we get together, and because pagans pray too. So you be on the watch for that. That is March 25th. If you want to join in, send us a message, and we'll get you taken care of for that. And we appreciate you taking part. On May the 7th, at Lewis County Park in Weston, West Virginia, we have an event called Hallow Spring. I am partnered up with the owner of Appalachian Oddities in Weston, West Virginia, and we get Halloween ×2. So we'll have entertainment. I will be there reading. I actually read every second Saturday of the month at Appalachian Oddities. We have an event called Celestial Saturday, so come on out for that. And we're starting another event at Appalachian Oddities the last Friday of the month called Odd Encounters, because I started out as a paranormal investigator, and apparently I just cannot walk away. So there's that. And then the final thing that I want to tell you about is on, which I talked about it earlier, Central West Virginia Pagan Pride is September 10th at Holly Gray Park in Braxton County, West Virginia. Amy Blackthorne is going to be an author. Is an author that's going to be there. And Truba D is our entertainment, and he's coming from Kentucky.
Okay, so we can find all this on your website, right? Like, you got your events listed on your website?
Most of them are listed on my Lady Gwendolyn, but you can also look them up on Rowan Temple of Light. And I have a website just for that information. Going to try to at least put a link on my ladygwendolynhealing.com website to go to my Rowan Temple Light, because I do a lot of stuff. We are busy, very strong, successful women. We got things to do.
Amen. Okay, I'm hungry. I got to get out of here.
Yeah, okay. So thank you all so much for joining us for Season 2, Episode 1 of Divination Night, and I look forward to seeing you the rest of the season. So see you here next Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Love you.
Safe travel and much profit to you.
Thanks, Dottie.